Hello everyone, this is a bit different, short story. So I went into the pit lane with all my camera equipment like I usually do, and it's just being a dick. So I'm not going to do a pit walk. This is Picko's preview ahead of the Rome E-Prix this weekend, the penultimate weekend of the Formula E World Championship. I've just noticed one of the statues behind me. It's not very PG. Alas, we will move on. I get too distracted by everything. Love the ADHD. Right. You'll notice I'm wearing a pink bucket hat. It's because it's too hot. The sun is in my eyes everywhere. I'm just thankful that there's a bit of shade around here where the press pen is. Right. We'll start with one of the big stories of today, which was Mahindra and their powertrains that didn't really run today. They had I did go and chat to the Mahindra guys, and they said that it was basically a software issue that they're not even sure what the problem is yet. So that was in free practice 0 because we had an extra session today. That was for the rookies. That was taught by Felipe Drogovic from Maserati, and there were 9 cars that ran. The only 2 that didn't were the Mahindra car, which is Jay and Daruvla, and the apt car, which is powered by Mahindra, of Adrian Tambay. Daruvla did at least 1 installation lap. I'm not sure about Adrian, but yeah, so there is a problem there. They found that in FP0. They tried rectifying it in FP1, and they couldn't really find. They're still looking for a solution, really. To put it into perspective, it is 20 past 7, which is an hour and 50 after practice ended. So yeah, they're still looking for a solution, and my worry is that they're going to have to eat into FP2 tomorrow, and that's going to play havoc a little bit. Right, one of the other big stories was Avalanche Andretti, who were also down the order. There was a nice little Noah's Ark effect where at the back you had the 2 apps who didn't set times at all. Then you had the 2 Mahindras who didn't set competitive times, and then you had the 2 Andrettis who didn't look fantastic. I've just spoken to Toby from E-Formula D, and he doesn't see the Andretti not having a great weekend because, and also if anything that I say in this is wrong, please send your hate to Toby, because I was actually watching trackside without a camera, so I'm not very reliable tonight. Between that and what happened in pit lane, also it's a trek and it's too hot, so yeah. But yeah, apparently what happened to Jake is that he did an installation lap. They came in, they changed the brakes, then they sent him out with 2 minutes to go, and so they've lost a lot of meaningful running. So they're gonna have to make that up in tomorrow's free practice session, but will it be enough? Who knows? Nick Cassidy, 13th place today, and there is a lot of rumours around him. I'm not going to speculate. You can, but if Sam Smith has written it for the race, we know that it's basically true at this point that Nick Cassidy will soon be announced to Jaguar to replace Sam Bird. Sam, was actually second in this session. Oh, something lands on me. Interesting. No, it's not. Right. So yeah, he was only 13th, so a bit of a so-so session. I did speak to him earlier. Well, the thing is, I spoke to him. You won't be able to see it because I did something very stupid, and I recorded all the bits in between the interviews and none of the interviews. So if you're wondering how my week's going, fantastically. They'll soon revoke my pass, I'm sure. There's something flying around me. It's all fun and games here in Rome. I'm starting to lose my mind. But yeah, Neo's 14th, 15th. Yeah, this is the weekend last year where they got all their points over the course of the year, because Oliver Turvey got 7th and Dan Tickton got 10th. So yeah, they'll be looking for a good result. And this is a circuit where it's not going to be like the ones that like the races that you've seen in Portland and Sao Paulo and Berlin. It's going to be closer to what it's like in Jakarta and everything. And speaking of the race format, in the week leading up to the London race, which is when I'm hoping to get it out, last night I sat down with Lucas Di Grassi about the format of racing that we've seen this season, the whole peloton, because I'll be honest, he's the only one that I've found who's said something positive about it. So yeah, looking forward to that. Do we just go through the rest of the time? So Pascal Wehrlein topped the session. Sam Bird was second. Sam and Jaguar. So Jaguar, especially in the Gen 2 era, have been mega round here. Mitch took Jaguar's first ever win in season 5. He obviously took the double last year, and Sam won the very first race here. Something that's astonishing though, this season. So firstly, Sam Bird hasn't been in the points in the last 5 races. Mainly through luck, because Portland, everything's attacking me now. Go away. I'm a sweaty mess and all the flies are attracted to me. At least something is. Right, so yeah, Sam, he hasn't finished in the points in the last 5 races. And he's only had, that one landed on my nose. This is turning into a more of a comedy bazaar than actual than actual information about things. So yeah, he hasn't. He's only had 4 points finishes this season, but all of which in the top 4, which is pretty damn interesting. This fly is being an absolute pain now. I genuinely hate myself. But Mitch Evans was 5th. There was something very interesting that happened in that practice session with Mitch Evans, allegedly. Blame Toby, if I get this wrong. But apparently he got impeded by Mary, but obviously we knew that Mahindra had issues. Easy for me to say. And so he almost had it out in a very Verstappen Ocon style way. In the way, well, whatever the weighbridge is, the weighbridge. That's the word. Anything else to know? Norman Nato, spoke to him. Obviously, when he raced here in season 7, he got that podium taken off of him because of an infringement at the line. And Nick Casti also, because he got the pole that year as well. He went off at the very first corner, and I did kind of mention it, but it's okay, you'll never see that because that's one of the interviews that never came to light. It was that and the 2 Jaguars. But yeah, home race for Maserati, Mortara 3rd, Gunter 8th. And yeah, I think, Rome always throws up something, so it's going to be an exciting race nonetheless. Honestly, I think I'm just going to give up now and call it quits. But it's not like you've missed much. It's been a hell of a day, and I just want to go back to aircon. So thank you for watching. I'm very sorry about this. This is genuinely the worst one yet. Good news. The only way is up. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I will have fixed some of this. Ta-da.